There's a fire burn the fire brigade. Our souls tonight, we losing this fight. Our souls tonight is no.
Hey there guys, it's Toonsy, and this is my my first live commentary sort of thing. This is just my setup and what I use for my settings for Siege. I know I haven't posted in a while, and I only have 9 subscribers, but I thought I would do this anyway because just kind of want to share what I use and what I'm all about. So I'm currently Plat 2. I haven't really been playing this game as much. I've been playing FIFA a lot currently, and I'm starting to get into COD Modern Warfare, so I'm wanting to play that quite a bit and post some videos on that because I'm wanting to get more into YouTube. I was just with the the Siege montages, I really enjoyed doing them, but the way I was doing it was like really inefficient, and I kind of need to find a better way to make it more efficient because I had like multiple clips, and yeah, it would just take too long to cut down and find what I was looking for. But anyway, so yeah, currently I'm a Platinum 2. I've got a 1.3 win-loss and a 1.5 KD, and well, these are mostly the operators I use. I use Blackbeard. I love Blackbeard. He's my favorite. I'm kind of scummy for using that, but really I like to use who we need. So I'll switch between like a Thatcher or Thermite. Sometimes I'll go Sledge if we need nades, something other than just Thatcher. Really I'm a flex sort of player. I can use whoever. I don't mind. Same with defense. I'll play Smoke, Mute, Castle, Jaeger, Bandit. I do love Maestro. I think Maestro is very good. Mira's obviously, I think, one of the best DLC operators that, some will say like Echo, Ella, but I think Mira is probably one of the, coolest operators that they've released, But anyway, that's not what you're here for. You're here for my, sensitivity and controls and everything like that. So I don't really change anything here. Doesn't matter. But one thing I do love to do is go into Terrorist Hunt and practice with whether it's on normal or hard difficulty terrorists on Terrorist Hunt. But the one thing I do change is I have Terrorist Hunt Classic on because I'm just looking to fine-tune my aim after like not playing the game for a little bit, and I only have House on because it's one of the smaller maps, and I think you could go on Presidential Plane or wherever, but I think House is probably fundamentally the best, and it's just good for scenarios too. I think just House in general, I think it's a good map for it. Audio, nothing special here. I don't have subtitles. I turn off the music. I find it kind of annoying. Voice chat 85, and dynamic range. This one's an interesting one because everyone will have their different opinion on it. Hi-fi, TV, night mode. I think night mode was the one where you could hear the footsteps a lot more, but it's a lot quieter. But I think hi-fi is probably the best. Video, I have VSync off. Again, it's only for situations in Terrorist Hunt, but you have it off anyway. Brightness at 47. I like having the darker sort of colors or like contrast. I find it a lot easier and less strain on the eyes. I do have a BenQ RL series monitor. I forget the size, but it's an RL series. I got it for about $200. One of the best monitors I've used. So again, that's a bonus, having a monitor, playing on a monitor. If you're playing things like GTA and stuff like that, you can play on a TV, it doesn't really matter. But things like FIFA, Call of Duty, Siege, really anything that requires like the best competitive edge, I think playing on a monitor is the best solution. Anyway, the controls. So I do play with the vibrations on. A lot of people say take it off. Thing is, I've been playing games for so long, I've just gotten tuned to having my vibrations on. That sounds weird, but I like having the response back on my hands. You know, people do say it does take a little bit to get used to playing with vibrations off, but even in Call of Duty, you know, any shooter, I need to have vibrations on. I need that response back on my hand, whether I'm, when I'm shooting or any like effect that's going on in the background. I need to have that vibration on. It, for me personally, it makes me feel like I can react quicker. Again, a lot of people are different, you know, and you can take whoever's word or whatever works best for you. Honestly, it's personal preference. We'll get into these after. The vertical and horizontal sensitivity. Left stick dead zone, I recommend between 5 or 6. Well, 5 is the lowest. 6 is, some people go 7, but I recommend 5 or 6, depending on the controller. So I was playing on a controller before that I've used. It's kind of worn out, and you'll kind of start drifting left or right, whichever way you favor going, if that makes sense. So like if you're on your left stick, you're used to going left and like guess kind of like straining the joystick, you'll kind of get stuck in that position. So a good way to stop that would be the left stick dead zone. It's basically about like how far you have to move the stick. So if you had it at 100, you would have to completely have it. Well, does it go to 100? I'm assuming it does. 50. Okay, I'm stupid. 50. So if you had it at 50 at the max, you would have to move the left or right stick completely to the edge for it to actually move. Controller rotation is classic. Updated. A lot of people say updated. I don't like it. I like having, you know, I feel like I have a little bit more control with classic. That's just my opinion. Aim assist off. I only have, it doesn't matter because it's only for terrorist hunt and situations, but it's good to have off because you don't have that aim assist in ranked or casual. Gadget deployment, a lot of people have advanced. Advanced is good for, you know, thermite tricking. That's probably what it's best for, honestly, but I don't use thermite that much, so I stick with the standard. Drone deployment, advanced, I think that's the best, because if it's like a 1v2 situation, you're attacking, you have a drone in your pocket, you can just throw it up the flank and you can tell someone, hey, watch flank. Instead of having it on standard, you have to throw the drone and then quickly back out of it so you can get back into your first person. Anyway, I probably should have done sensitivities before, but we'll get to it now. Vertical and horizontal. You'll see a lot of people, a lot of high-ranked people using this sort of setup. I think, to me, it's a good balance. I think it's a really, really good balance. Because what's it called? Totally forgot what I was gonna say. But I think it's a good balance. You know, I know a lot of people use horizontal at 100. I was using 40 vertical and 45 horizontal. I would keep it the threshold between 5. So if I went to 35 for horizontal, my horizontal was always higher than my vertical. So my horizontal would be 5 more than my vertical. It worked for a bit. Then I was watching other YouTubers and it's like, well, I think I should up it, you know, because you're kind of at it. You can get used to it and be good with it, but sometimes in the odd and rare occasions you'll be put at a disadvantage. So yeah, and now I remember what I was gonna say. Aim down sights is actually a percentage of your sensitivity. So if you're vertical, you're looking up and down, it won't actually be the exact same speed as you're looking up and down zoomed out as you are zoomed in, which is interesting. It's a percentage of it. But yeah, I think anywhere from 65 and up is what you should get used to. You know, of course, it's what you're comfortable with, but you don't want to put yourself at a disadvantage, which I personally think it does. But again, I know how having low sensitivity can help with recoil, but having a high sensitivity, being able to flick on and just getting used to it. That's what that terrorist hunt's for, you know? But yeah, I mean, again, another thing I recommend is learning how to. These are just like tips that you can use to just better your game and just, well, be a better player and anything that can really aid you. You know, not like glitches or like stupid stuff like that. Just things that can aid you that anyone can do and anyone would be willing to do, you know? So again, I think learning recoils on weapons is huge. Is huge. But yeah, I mean, I know this may not be the most glamorous video, but I just want to post something and just get back into it and feel more comfortable about it. That's ultimately how I want it to be. I want to feel comfortable doing this. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want a rundown of attackers and defenders and different maps that you just want to learn more about, trust me, I am your guy and I can do that. But anyway, I'm looking to post a couple COD videos, maybe FIFA, I don't know. I have to see the response that I get from this video, and I'm hoping to see it, you know, a little bit of growth, and I know it's gonna take a lot of time. But anyway, this was Toonsy, and oh, by the way too, if you want to connect with me on PlayStation, Toonsy with 2 Z's and an underscore, go for it. You can add me, you can message me, go for it, okay? But yeah, anyway, this was Toonsy, and I hope you have a great day. Cheers.